name is Israel Ayodele Oshunremi. I am of Nigerian parentage. I introducing myself, I was born in the United Kingdom, and the first 4 years of my life was based there, and I was brought to Nigeria on false pretense. The notion was that I was coming on holiday. I didn't know that holiday would last 19 years. So I came to Nigeria with my father. I'll give you my age now. That was 1969 I came here. So I was 4. So I went through the system of education in Nigeria for 19 years. I attended quite a lot of primary schools, about 14 of them, and 2 secondary schools. I struggled through my primary and secondary school education, but mostly through my primary school education. And by the time I got to secondary school, I think Sunwater High School is a school so dear to my heart. I joined them at the beginning of Form 2. And our principal, the second principal of the school, actually had a positive impact on my life. So I completed my secondary school education there, 1986. By this time I was 21, going 22. I left Nigeria. I went back to the United Kingdom in 1988, and ever since been there. When I got there, I struggled as well. What I did not know was that there are some profound challenges and problems associated with my upbringing. Because psychologically, a lot of things happen to me, especially if you don't have a solid and strong foundation. I talk about that a lot, and it gets me into a lot of trouble. Talking about my background, especially if it's linked to your caregivers, and you can get yourself into all kinds of trouble. You know, our culture in Yoruba, if certain things are melted out on you by your parents, and if they're still alive, you dare to talk about this thing because it can have a devastating implication. So I went back to the UK, and then the first 7 years, it was like a merry-go-round in my life. I got married in that process. I think I came back to Nigeria, got married, and that's my first marriage. Went back to the UK. We had children there who had grown up, and they've done well for themselves. They are all adults, and then it took over itself in the UK, and I would say I lost a lot of ground and I lost a lot of things. Having said that, I'm grateful to God because my own life, I was diagnosed at the age of 29 with complex learning, layers of learning difficulties that our system here in Nigeria would necessarily pick up. So I went to college at that age, and then went to university with my first degree. I'm just recently completed my master's in education. In 6 months' time, I will be 59 years old. So I think I'm getting by now. So a lot of things happen in the United Kingdom, and I don't believe I had a lot of impact in the life of children and young people there. I have written 2 books published, and I've got another 2 to be published. The first book really dived into my life. I think in Yoruba language, there is a saying that so I think I said a lot of things about my life which were 100% accurate, but there are certain things in life that you just leave it and let it lie low and let God do what God had to do. But the reason why I wrote my first book and my second book is it's really to set the record straight about what a lot of children and young people go through in life. And where you don't set a very good foundation for a child, where the caregiver, where they don't have love, where they're not cared for, they don't value themselves, and all kind of things happen to them. That child, if that happened to that child repeatedly growing up, it can shape him or her into the person that child is not supposed to become. And which is why we have some of the young people that we have in our society, any society, that turn out the other way. So I wrote that to highlight and to speak to a lot of parents and the educational system that marginalize children and believe a child is useless, they amount to anything, or àwọn òbí máa fẹ́ràn ọmọ kan tó ní fẹ́ràn kan lọ́wọ́ àwọn eléyìí kò lè eléyìí oníṣe kankan ní láìpẹ́ pé àwọn eléyìí wọ́n máa ṣe nǹkan kan àwọn ọmọ yẹn wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rò nípa ara ẹ̀ pé in fact ọmọ yẹn á believe nǹkan táwọn òbí ẹ̀ ti sọ fún wípé bóyá nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí láìpẹ́ nìyẹn. So for me I couldn't read. Even whilst I was at Songwater High School, I struggled, but many of my colleagues did not know because I could play football and I could do hands-on and practical things. So I was able to manipulate the system, if I could put it that way, to navigate my way through school. So my book is emphasizing really the importance of the home, the importance of education, understanding the child, understanding the person, loving and caring for the child, laying a strong foundation, especially the mother factor, and the father factor. Well, I lived with my father most of my life. A blessed memory of that. I am grateful to for what he did, and my aunties. All of them are passed away now. So my book really emphasized about education, about the home, about life, and why you have a lot of broken men in our society today. Many of them don't know what is litigating in their lives. It's as a result of the foundation that they have earlier on in life. Don't pick on that, especially in our society here. You can be educated, you can have all the necessary things, but if you are not built up properly, you just go from one crisis to the other. And that is what the book is all about. And it is to encourage children and young people as well, regardless of the home you come from, regardless of your background. God has created you to be a valuable person. And challenges in life should strengthen us. Challenges in life should take us to a greater height. Because these things only so it's just basically okay. My second book, it's almost of the first book. I produced the second book in order to bring about damage limitation, but the damage was already done through the first book. So the second book was just to do a review of that, and I've written 2 more books. I won't talk more about that because one is based on marriage, the home, the family, and a lot of things that's packed into that book. But I leave that for now because that's a big pillar. So this one, Lazarus, a triumph of destiny, it's a journey. It picks my life, really, and everything that happened to me, and then what is possible. There are a lot of poems, Bible verses, and things like that there. So that is this book, and it's almost sold out now. So we're going to print this and then send it to educational institutions across Nigeria, and hopefully teachers, parents can get a hand on it and read it, and then learn from it, and then use that in the way in which they raise their children at home, or borrow from it anyway. Most of the things that I've said there really are my personal opinion, my personal views and struggles and challenges in life. So that's the book. Now my mission in Nigeria. I'm a mission in the United Kingdom. I have an organization called the Inspiration Youth Hall in the United Kingdom, which was set up in 2004, mainly mentoring and motivating students, young people in school and in the community. That organization was set up in 2004. Accelerated beyond belief. There are loads of people that I will never forget that came around and made it possible. Okay, I have the vision. My life is a template that brought about the inspiration before, but there are people who are in and around that made it possible. A lot of them. Now, I don't want to begin to mention names now. I will never forget them. So that company had its own challenges in the last 8 years, or 9 years, or 10 years, and a lot of things happened. But we are kind of rebuilding that. So we want to replicate that. What we essentially do in the UK is we work with children and young people in schools, those that are on the fringe of education, those that can easily be marginalized or those that can be excluded from mainstream. So we say to schools there that what you think is impossible is possible. You can turn around the life of this young person, be it a boy, be it a girl, regardless of the background that child comes from. And the greater majority of the young people that cut across the UK, they are white. I would say 95% of them. We do have a core Afro-Caribbean communities, students or family or community who access our services through education or through local authority in the UK, but very, very few. So I thought that having lived in Nigeria, I haven't gone through the educational system in my life and suffered, that we could replicate what we have. You know, the United Kingdom, they will do anything to turn around the life of children. They will spend the last penny to connect with the child. They will investigate what is going on in that child's life. Why is that child supposedly laid back? Why is that child not cooperating? Why is he or her apparative in the classroom? Why is it that anything that comes to academic, that child cannot quite cope? Why is it that he or she is aggressive? So they will go through diagnosis, clinical psychologists, educational psychologists, the learning support system, the school, everybody will get involved. It's a team around the child. They do that in the United Kingdom, and 99.9% we are able to turn that life around. So I thought to myself, we can actually do something similar in Nigeria. You know, Nigeria is a different ball game altogether. You know, we have a cemented view in Nigeria. We believe that if a child is laid back, the best way to deal with that child is to beat the child or call him or her names, ridicule that child in front of his peers, which is part of what I went through in the system here. So I'm gradually bringing in something here to put in place in schools. We are trying to connect with private schools at the moment because it's a lot more easier than the public school. Because the public school, you have to go through the Ministry of Education and all the rest. But yes, that's my mission. My mission is to connect with children, young people from primary all the way to university. You'll be surprised. Some of your university students here have many difficulties. They can't even construct a simple sentence. But when you can diagnose and pick that, then you know. Then you are able to come out like me. You give them the confidence that you are not on your own. There are loads of people globally who have learning difficulties. It's not one's fault. It could be trauma, it could be science, it could be environmental factors, it could be anything that has contributed to that. But it's underpinning that, touching that, and putting things in place to turn that person around and make him or her value the person. Lion Ventures has been set up in Nigeria. It's like a sister company of what we've got in the United Kingdom. And mainly what we're doing now, we are working with a number of schools here, private schools here, delivering seminars, workshops to students, and also connecting with teachers, training teachers how to best captivate the classroom, whereby a child or a section of a number of children are not left behind. So we are working on the fringe. Our concept is to work on the fringe of education. We mop up things that the schools don't really have time to do, you know, so they can actually concentrate on actually educating the children. But where those children or parents or dads or teachers have other issues, that's where we come in to help to straighten up, to help to motivate, to help to unpack, to help to build, and we do that through Lion Ventures. And I'm in here. I personally am a hands-on person, even though I'm the convener and the one that set up the company, but I'm a hands-on person. I'm not an office person, you will find me in certain times. I like to be with where the school, I like to be where the issues are. So you can really get in touch with me, whether you are a parent or you have a child or children who you perceive that this child has some sort of issues educationally. I'm telling you, the simple to my TA, nearly 59 now, can actually go to university education and achieve something. Your child can do far better. Get in touch with us through the links and the information that is on the screen. That way, we are able to come to you. And if you need a copy of the book, which is a transforming book, get in touch too. We can send that to you because we have a soft copy. We also have it on Kindle. We have it on Amazon. We can get across to you. So if you are a proprietor or proprietress, you have a school and you want us to visit your school to deliver sessions there for your students, for parents, and for your teachers, we are at your doorstep. Get in touch with us. And that the whole idea is to transform lives and touch lives and make a child become a responsible adult in the future. My name are Israel Ayodele Lazarus Oshunremi. Okay, I am a motivational speaker, educationist, a mentor, somebody that connects with children and young people globally. That's what I do to build a young people. I'm also a part-time farmer. I have lots of animals here in my house here that I will look after and will breed them because I'm just following the footsteps of my grandfather in that regard. But that's not why I'm here. Just to mention that. And I'm the founder of Lion Ventures, which is situated here in Nigeria, and also the founder of the Inspiration Reform in the United Kingdom. I'm also a writer. I also get involved in drama. I do a lot of plays in school, and I started that from my secondary school days. And I'm also an Arsenal supporter. I'm into football. I love football so much. So I would say I'm a rounded person, really. And I also have an appetite for politics. I think that would be another day that we'll talk about that, particularly in my state of origin, which is Ogun State. And I have to say that I am from Ijebu and America, and I'm proud to be an Ijebu man and a Ghana. 100% to the core. I'm completely sold out Nigeria. I'm not one of those people who have this idea of, and I don't blame anybody, Japa. I am Japa dying. If there's anything like that, I want to come back to Nigeria and live here. And I love this country, regardless of the challenges that we face. Only October for who see you live there, and the rest of the is there. Yeah, in the United Kingdom, I've really achieved quite a lot of things there through the work of inspiration or through my work. The High Sheriff Award was given to me more than 25 years ago, which is in recognition of my contribution to the lives of young people in a particularly marginalized community in the United Kingdom. Because this community was marginalized and there were a lot of issues going on there. So I was posted to set up a youth program there. And the turnaround was unbelievable. So that was recognized through the High Sheriff Award that I got there. And I think around about 2009, 2010, 2011, and 12, I started doing some work in and around Ogun State. I went into my own school, my alma mater, Songwater High School, and delivered seminars there. I did not charge, we did not charge anybody. And I did some work through the Royal Father, the Alaki of Egbalibo, in some schools in Abeokuta, which through his connection I was able to go there to deliver sessions to children and young people and teachers. And that was highly commendable because that led me to recognition as the Ariashua of young people in that. And we continue to do the little that we can do. We have not done much lately, but by the special grace of God, we will have a lot more to do in that regard. So there are quite a number of things, achievements that to God be the glory. One has been able to cement in the UK and also here in Nigeria. The Songwater High School also gave me an award for my contribution to the school, Songwater High School. And I think that's it really. My reward is to see the life of children and young people turn around. I'm a father, I'm not a perfect father at all. I don't think there's any perfect human being. No, you will never find any perfect human being there. But when you fall, the best thing to do is to dust yourself down and stand up and keep going. Because that's life in itself. And that's the resilience that I want young people to see in some of us. That you can fall down in life, but you dust yourself down and you keep going. And that's your story. That becomes a template. That's what we're doing. in the last 7, 8 years, there's been this news, particularly in the continent of Africa, West Africa, for a lot of young people who want to leave by any means possible for the United Kingdom, America, Canada, where. And I'm not knocking anybody. People, even when I say young people, not just young people, people who are in their late 30s, 40s, trooping in to the United Kingdom. They are selling everything that they have to come over here. They call them Japa. Now, for me, I don't condemn whatever anybody does, but the grass is not greener on the other side. When you leave the shores of Nigeria and you think you go to another place that everything seems to be perfect, it isn't so. So I know a number of people who are now in the United Kingdom, and I'll say it is Yoruba. Some people have sold everything and they're regretting it. And then some people will say they don't regret it, they want to do this, they want to do that. But Nigeria will remain here. It's not going to be a country that will continue to go down the hill. Yes, there are challenges everywhere in the country. There's no country, even the United Kingdom, for the United Kingdom to get to where it is today. Once upon a time, it has its own challenges. I mean, I've been there. I was born there. I've lived most of my life in the UK. Yes, we have infrastructures. Yes, we have the very good road network system. Yes, we have electricity. Yes, we have water. Yes, we have security. But a lot of bad things also happen in the UK that you guys don't know as much as in Nigeria. But for me, when I look in and around Nigeria, this country has got a lot more to offer the young people of this country. So resilient, believing in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, how would you believe in your country? If you believe in your country, you begin to believe in yourself. See greatness in you, that you want to contribute something to Nigeria, which is one of the reasons why I have a desire for politics, to get into politics. It doesn't matter. It may take time at my age, but I so much believe that I can have an impact, particularly in the area of agriculture in this country. A lot of people have left the farm, they have left the villages, and they are seeking white-collar job and coming into the city, looking for job left, right, and then as a result of that, they get frustrated. Nigeria is going through a turbulent time right now, but good will come eventually. And those people who have left Nigeria, when some of them want to come back, they will be playing catch up. They'll be playing catch up because the ones that you've left behind, they're not going to stay behind. They will have moved forward. Nigeria is a great nation. No matter what you say, Nigeria is a great nation. And whenever anybody is negative about Nigeria, I personally feel sad. It makes me feel sad, and it makes me look at the person that perhaps you don't know who you are as a person. So please believe in this country and trust that this country can turn around. And we are on that process, and we are on that journey right now, and we'll get there.